Basketball isn't easy. All my life, I've been striving to make myself better. It's a full-time commitment. To be the best, you have to work the hardest. You have to chase what seems impossible over and over and over again. Because giving up is not an option. And when you feel like you've reached your limit, it's only the beginning. That's when it's time to dig deep, to find the courage to push some more. Because if you got the drive, the discipline, and the resolve to do what it takes to make yourself great, then the rewards are endless.
Thanks for tuning into the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's a Saturday presentation of the NBA. It's the away team going up against the home team. And that's all for now. Time to hand it over to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'll be back with more at halftime.
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And for the home team, the three gets it to go.
You always like to get that first lead of the game.
Yeah, you know, Steve, a good way to set the tone early on there.
Here's the three. Good.
Yeah, he's got one of those shooting strokes that never changes, guys. I mean, even if a defender's all over him, he just never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
And no discussion about him is complete until you talk about his sensational passing. I mean, he is an absolute wizard with the ball in his hands.
6 on the shot clock. Number 2. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Number 65 drains the 19-footer. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, I had a chance to speak with head coach Jim O'Brien. The battle on the boards is something that he knows will be a big barometer for how this game turns out. He said coming out ahead in rebounds is something that we simply have to strive for in this game. If we let them beat us up on the glass, it's going to be a long uphill fight. Guys?
Great, Doris. Thank you.
It's not necessarily an overlooked part of the game, but rebounding can affect everything else you do.
A quick shot there, and it's off target. Gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Gives him the lead pass. Off with the layup. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Kicks it to Jordan. Number 1. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. He has 6.
He's so reliable. His offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
On the free throw, no good. Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Number 53. And that one's drained from the low block.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Number 41. High quality look, and he sinks it. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Knocks it loose. "19 seconds left in the first quarter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Big Red. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he can't hit the second. Number 53 drops in the tray. He's got 6.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Pass to Little General. 1 second left. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The away team, they're up. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. If you're just tuning in, this is Kevin. Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Here's Little General looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 to shoot. From deep. No good with the tip. On 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Number 53. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He's got 8.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best. You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot it. Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his pass to the hoop if he took it inside.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
You know, he understandably doesn't like what's going on out there, and that's why he wants to talk things over during this timeout.
I think this is a good time to call a timeout. They just need to hit pause for a second and then reset as well.
Bird against Johnson, and it's blocked. Number 6. 1:39 left here in the second. Here's Barkley, accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Barkley's got his first points of the game.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
Gets it to go. Barkley's got 4 points this quarter.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
Back to Bird. Shot clock at 6. Number 6. Great play by Bird to set it up.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Lets it fly. Bogues, good. 44 seconds left in the second quarter. Deflected. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Jordan. Number 1.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Here's Ewing. It's stolen. Bogues against Jordan. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Gets it to go.
They're playing well. Guys, they're really starting to pull away.
Yep, here at the midway point, that's exactly what's happening.
That one goes. Count. Just 4 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Barkley. Drilled it just as the horn sounds.
And Kevin, he had the eye of the tiger there. I mean, he was not going to pass that shot up.
No
well
way.
done. Big time shot in the clutch.
No, he was dying for the chance to take that shot, no question.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The away team up by 16. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all.
Now, presented by Sprint.
I hope your weekend's off to a great start this Saturday.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Number 48, and some very quick points for him on that possession. 6 points for him.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
Zero. Nailed from three-point land.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Gets the bucket.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Lets it go from deep. The shot is off. Gone along perfectly from three-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. And that is good.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Now, your dance team.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Into Jordan. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Free throw good, Jordan. Gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Number 53 sinks the triple. He's got 11.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. From deep, Jordan, and that one's good.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Number 41, the 7-footer falls.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Shoots the 3. No luck.
Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound.
Got that one up quick.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
Kevin, he has a great knack for blocking shots from the weak side. He can always sense the right moment to leave his man, come over and help, and chase down the shooter.
And not only that, but he plays a huge part in their transition game. You know, getting the ball up court in a hurry is his first thought when he gets the rebound in his hands, and he does it very well.
And the second free throw, good. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Number 53 drops one in from the wing. 13 points in the game. 41 seconds left in the third. The dive for the ball. And it's rejected. And here's the fast break. Tries it from 9. Nice touch on the bank shot.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Out of bounds. Charles Barkley.
Barkley outside. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, what a play!
Oh, look at that.
That is a
Bringing down the house. Are you guys feeling that? You got to be feeling that. Come on now.
The whole building's feeling it. Are you feeling it?
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it too.
My chair's shaking. I feel it.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And the home team has possession. Jordan the screen. Gone 6 or 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. Number 53. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in.
And his stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
Taken away. And they're on the break. Number 65 on the money from 12 feet away.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And so here's the home team. Left block shot on the way. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
Barkley with it. Easy jumper from very short distance.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Poked away. He's all alone. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. On defense, the visitors. And a miss there off the inbound. 1:31 left to play here in the fourth. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Barkley.
That one misses for Barkley. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. .116 left to play in the final quarter. Clock at 6. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
The 15-footer, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead. Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
There's the pass to Big Red. And the baseline jumper, no good. Gone 7 of 7 from the field to start the final quarter. What an amazing start. Trying his luck deep, and that one's good.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted to win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
Pass to Murray. Looking to end the run. No good.
All game long, guys, he's been getting it done. Really doing a nice job rebounding.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, they've had a major advantage on the glass, dominating that stack.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA on 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Player of the Game. Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And for the home team, no good with the layup. Outside Jordan. The tray. That's good.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Earlier, our Doris Burke spoke with head coach Jim O'Brien. And Doris, what'd you find out?
Well, as usual, rebounding is an area he wants the team to concentrate on tonight. He acknowledged the strength of their opposition on the boards, saying that this basically is a team that will burn you on the offensive glass if you don't do a good job checking them out, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thank you.
It's not necessarily an overlooked part of the game, but rebounding can affect everything else you do.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. The three gets it to go.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all three from the field.
1:37 left to play here in the first. That's tipped. Number 65. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. 1:10 left in the first quarter. It's blocked. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
And that's a really deft touch right there, guys.
And he just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Really well done.
Yeah, you don't need to catch it and gather and try to go back up if you've got that type of angle. And he really took advantage.
Leads him in there. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, they're going to need some help there defensively. That matchup is going to be a tough one to deal with. Well, this guy's an animal on the glass, Kevin. I mean, there may be some bigger and stronger rebounds in the NBA, but nobody plays with this kind of energy and zeal.
And he's very much a student of the game in terms of getting to know the tendencies of whichever player he's guarding on any given night and then gearing his defensive game plan to do what he needs to do to stop him.
Double zero. And the rejection by Murray. And it ends up out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Shot clock at 6. Number 53, kept alive. Takes the three. There's the bucket. Good. Number 9. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
That drops. The steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. From deep. The shot's good from Little General. Little General's got his first 3 points of the game.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Gets it to go. He has 7.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
He passes it to Big Red. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. The free throw off from Big Red. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. From the baseline. Little General's checked in for Big Red. .153 left here in the second. Inside, number 48.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
Well, we've seen these kind of plays get them going in the past, that's for sure.
Bird outside from deep three-point range, but they get it back. And he hits the jumper for 2. Bird's got his first points of the game.
And of all the things about him that you like offensively, it's his composure that jumps out at me. The way he never gets rattled. The defense can get in him. He doesn't care. He just continues to do his thing.
And I know nothing fires him up more than a huge jam right in the face of an opponent. I mean, those facials get him going. Don't discount how that can deflate the defender and the other team, too.
Here's Barkley. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Down low, number 41 takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark. Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
Number 53. The putback is no good. Gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Number 6. Bird outside. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Good.
Assisted by Bird.
Barkley with it. From deep. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a tight game here as we end the first half. The away team leading by 5.
Now, presented by Sprint.
This is Damon Bruce, ready to bring you the halftime report on 2K Sports. Let's go. Some good basketball for the away team. The three-point shooting, ridiculous. They're knocking down everything. Some nice play so far from Little General. He's been having no trouble getting good looks, and he's dropping the buckets. And the home club still hanging in there. A dramatic advantage in the paint. They're getting right in close and converting the kind of buckets they want. That'll be it for the halftime report. The second half is coming right up. Hope to see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. 0. Oh, that's blocked. Number 48, up and in on the layup.
They're getting on the roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Blocked. Fast break, here we go. Number 53, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
Zero. And that one hits back iron.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Number 41. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Number 2. That's good on the jump shot.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
There's 1:38 left in the third. Number 53. Can't tie it up as that one misses. 0. Drills it from outside.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Defensive foul. Number 2. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
You could see he had his eye out for that pass the whole way, anticipated, got himself in position, and made the steal. You know, the more these three-pointers continue to drop, the more you can sense the frustration coming from this defense.
No question. No matter what they've thrown at him, they've not been able to take that shot away. What a beautiful pass. And then the catch and finish all in one motion, stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Clark, is just so rare. You just got to take a second and enjoy it.
And guys, you have to admire someone with the confidence to even attempt the pass.
And now, your dance team. Keep it going, fans. One more time. Give it up for your dance team.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. That's good. He's got 5.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint. This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Now, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The first one falls. Second free throw, no good. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Let's go. Michael Jordan again. Jordan's got 14 points for the game.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
They get a hand on it. And they're moving it up. Lays it in off the breakaway. Jordan's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Wow, they are just red hot, guys, not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
And as we end the third quarter, a double. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kev, Jim O'Brien was just going over the game plan with his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Jordan's got 19 points. Here's Barkley. Number 65. And he nails the jumper.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
Got a piece of it. And three from Jordan. Gets it to go. Jordan's got 22 points.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Tipped. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. 1:52 left here in the fourth quarter.
Out of bounds.
We've got 1:48 left in the game. Double zero. And the powerful one-handed slam. His finishes can be dazzling, especially Clark at his side.
Well, you look at a guy who doesn't have the height of some other big-time dunkers, and it always looks better, and he certainly makes up for the lack of height with that athleticism.
Yeah, his leaping ability is just off the charts, guys.
Picked away. Number 48. And the serious dunk to finish it off.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all five guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Outside Jordan. That is good. Jordan's got 24.
Well, it's been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Number 53. Number 48. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And they double up Jordan. Number 53. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air. They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
They get it back. Number 41. And the shot is good.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Gone 2 for 2 from three-point line to start the fourth quarter. Ball stolen.
And I think this is going to be too much to overcome, Clark. What do you think?
All the sand in the hourglass is gone, and I agree with you. Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Guys, what's your take?
I'm not sure why they're calling this timeout. The game is pretty much over.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Steve. Maybe they just want to bask in the wind just a little longer, but I don't agree with it. Let's go. Get out of here.
And here's Jordan outside. Good.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
Here's Bowes. It's Bradley on the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Jordan. Off target with that shot. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Jordan. And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And for the Heat, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4 slot.
Well, when you have the best record in the league, you're going to be the most dominant, one of the most dominant teams at home. The Heat just destroyed people down in Miami, and only the Denver Nuggets had more wins at home than the Heat did.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Chalmers passed away. He kicks. To Bosh. All alone. Barkley grabs the board.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
And how crazy is that from the Heat to win as many games as they did last season, but still be second in the league in home wins? Still, we're far and away number 1 at home in the East.
Well, yeah, the Knicks were the closest team in the East, but they still had 6 fewer wins at home than Miami. But the Heat really just did what they had to do to put themselves in position to go on to their second NBA title in a row.
That's good. Not a fast start here for the Heat. It's a 5-point game. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by LeBron.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Hey, last season Chalmers missed a game-winning shot. That happens to a lot of guys in this league, but what he did the next game is of note. He made 10 threes, and arguably his best game ever, as he set a Miami Heat team record for makes beyond the arc.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Miami shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys, this is a club that hit about 75% of its free throw.
And Mario Chalmers grew up in Alaska. Not too many NBA players hailing from up there, taken with the 34th pick back in 08.
He's played his entire career with the Heat, and really it was a perfect situation for him when LeBron arrived because he's a kind of a combo guard. He plays the point, but he's an excellent spot-up shooter, so he can play off of LeBron and Wade quite well.
Dives for it, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Shane Battier is checked in for Miami. The 3 from LeBron. No good.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there, challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
A different look for Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosh. Allen comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers.
Battier playing the small ball 4, a stretch 4 they call it as well. At 6'8", he's got the size and strength to step into that role when the matchup is right for him.
Number 53. A beautiful reverse layup.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
The Heat have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. There's the steal. And here comes the break. Number 41. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
And going back to Battier at the 4, he can play inside. He's got that, Steve, that little hook shot in the paint.
But the big thing is the reason you play him at the 4 is to stretch out the defense. Battier can shoot the 3 from anywhere on the floor. So if you put him at the 4, now all of a sudden the lane is wide open for his teammates, and it becomes much more difficult to cover the entire floor for the defense.
Cole's shot is good.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Number 53, and he hits the jump shot. He has 6.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
No one near him. No luck.
An easy look there, but, he misses those once in a while.
Number 48, the 10-footer finds the target.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for them.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
And it's been beautiful basketball to watch, guys. Really sharing and moving the ball, and as a result, they've got a great flow going.
Hand in glove, 5 guys working as one. The power of the fist, we call it. They've racked up a bunch of assists.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hi, guys. Well, LeBron James' game is so well-rounded, you might forget that he led the league in scoring back in 2008. He said, I've done that before. I'm capable of doing it, but that's not my job here. My job is to do a lot of everything, rebounding, passing, and defending. Guys, his versatility and completeness as a basketball player is what makes him so incredible to watch.
He can do it all, Doris. Pass, shoot, a special talent. Now here's Allen after LeBron James's miss. Lays it up and banks it in. LeBron's got 6.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
If there was no salary cap, no max contract in the NBA, you'd have to wonder what LeBron James would command for his salary. I mean, he clearly is worth more than the maximum you can pay him because he's so far ahead of everybody else in the league in terms of talent. I think Kevin Durant is probably the only one who comes close to him in terms of a guy of that size and that ability.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Haslam comes in for Shane Battier. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Ray Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. Ray Allen is checked in for LeBron. 1:49 left to play in the first half. Bosh kicks to Wade. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And going back to the topic of max contracts, if those were higher relative to the cap, it might be harder to assemble the big 3 star trios we, for instance, see in Miami.
And, Kevin, I think that's where we're heading with the new CBA. It's going to be more and more difficult to put 3 max guys together. And so teams are kind of working their way through this new CBA, trying to figure out how they're going to structure their payrolls going forward.
Barkley, and that's good. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Now here's Wade. He's guarded closely. Allen left side. Got a piece of it. And he lobs it up.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play. And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on. Yeah, something that makes him hard to defend is his ability to receive a pass and get off an accurate shot in one quick, fluid motion. So you better beware of where he is on the floor at all times.
One of the premier catch-and-shoot guys in the league, Steve. There's no question about it.
Both shots good from the stripe.
People look at Mario Chalmers and say he might not be your typical point guard. He's not a big-time penetrator or playmaker, but he's a good fit for the Heat with his active defense and spot-up shooting from long range. I think it's a hand-in-glove fit, actually.
46 seconds left in the first half. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Poked away, and that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. And Chalmers, a three-time All-American, NCAA champion his junior season at Kansas, received the Most Outstanding Player Award for that 2008 tournament.
Hit what was probably the biggest shot in Kansas history, the three-pointer that sent that game against Memphis into overtime that allowed the Jayhawks to go on and win that national championship.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Haslam, that's good. Haslam's got his first points of the game.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Here's Wade. That's good. Wade's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
And the first half is now in the books. The away team up by 15. We'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly. But first, it's the Sprint Halftime Show.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
I hope your weekend's off to a great start this Saturday night. Thanks so much for tuning in. The away team scorching hot in the first half, having their way on offense, and that may be an understatement. They simply can't miss. For the Heat, they haven't had the same luck. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
A magnificent view of glowing high-rises in downtown Miami as we welcome you back. It's been one outstanding game so far from Barkley.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And, Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Guys, as you know, the Miami Heat try to keep the plays they run as simple as they can and rely on their talent and teamwork to win them games. But playing like that can present its own kind of problems. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "The challenge is not getting bored with simplicity. Simple is what works, though, as evidenced by their back-to-back titles, guys."
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
The Heat trail by 17. Wade gets to Chalmers. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
That's good.
Well, his body control is what I notice. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play, even with the defender draped all over him. He's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when the shot goes up.
LeBron James on the wing. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. And there's another one for the Heat.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
Well, you know, you look at LeBron James, maybe more than any other player in NBA history, he's great in a way that transcends position. Size, skill, savvy, know-how. I mean, he's got it all.
Haslam dishes to LeBron. And Miami making a change here. Allen's checked in. A minute 20 left in the third. Bosch kicks to LeBron. And that one is hammered home.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do this spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
And we can talk about LeBron's ability to really play any position on the floor. When you look back, has Steve there ever been a player you could say that about?
I'm not sure if you could say that about both ends of the floor. I mean, there's a lot of great defensive players who could guard everybody. You know, Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman. Offensively, Magic Johnson could play any position he wanted, but to be able to do so at both ends is what separates LeBron James.
Back to Bosh. Dishes it to Chalmers. Passed away. He feeds it to Bosh. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Number 65. Cranes the jumper to finish the break. He has 6.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And it's Wade penetrating. Back to LeBron.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And the first one drops. The Heat making a switch here. And both free throws good for LeBron. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. From deep three-point range, that's good.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
And at the end of the third. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here's Cole. LeBron outside. Battier. The dish to Anderson. That's good. Anderson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Heat.
Well, you can sense the urgency with them now. I mean, right here, they're flat in the first half, but they've come out here in the second half with a lot more fire and a lot more intensity. You can see they're driven to get things done.
The Heat trail by 21.
He just picked up his fourth personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
Chris Bosh has checked in for Miami. LeBron outside. Back to Bosh. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Are you sensing or feeling a theme here, fellas? I mean, they're taking it straight to the bucket every time down.
And why not? I mean, that's 8 straight points in the paint for this team. They're making this a very physical battle.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Udonis Haslem, who's checked in for Miami. Chalmers comes in for Norris Cole.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Number 53 gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, I mean, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
And Chalmers kicks to LeBron.
Defensive foul. Number 33. That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
Wade outside.
Defensive foul. Wade. 2.
That free throw good from Wade.
And as he has gained more experience in the league, Wade has taught himself to rely a bit more on his jump shot and a little less on attacking the rim. But still, you see his confidence really lies in his ability to attack the lane.
Tries from 10. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
And Wade, still a player who thrives on getting in the lane, Clark, and for his career, under 30% from long range.
Yeah, you know, his jump shot is more of a mid-range weapon, quite honestly. He loves the bank shot, loves the floaters, and is always looking to get somebody in the air with that pump fake. And usually, more times than not, guys bite and he gets free throws.
He gets to the line, you're right.
Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
It certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
LeBron passes to Chalmers. Back to LeBron. Now Haslem inside. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
Here's Barkley. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
LeBron gets the screen from Bosch. LeBron drives in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He's got 16 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
Yeah, he's played really well, moving the ball around, and you'd like to see the rest of the team kind of get into that same passing groove that he's in.
First one falls for him.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movers, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Here's Cole. Off target from three-point range. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
That about does it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for watching. Now, here is our Jordan Player of the Game.
Thanks for tuning into the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's the NBA serve to you weekend style. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the home team.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr with Doris Burke on our sideline. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Heat, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4. And for the home team,
You know, one of the things about the Heat since the Big Three has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now.
gets the bucket.
You always like to get that first lead of the game.
Yeah, you know, Steve, a good way to set the tone early on there.
From deep, Jordan, and that one's good. Jordan's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And of all the things about him that you like offensively, it's his composure that jumps out at me. The way he never gets rattled. The defense can get in him. He doesn't care. He just continues to do his thing.
And there's something else on his resume that can't be overlooked. Just how many times he's taken over at the end of close games and carried his team to the win.
Here's Jordan following the basket by Chris Bosh. And that one's good. And it's easy to have players want to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy, and that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch 4. They just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
And LeBron James gets it to go. LeBron's got his first 2 points. Tipped and stolen by Chalmers. Lays it in off the breakaway. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to speak with head coach Jim O'Brien. The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D. Wade's the guy we'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys.
All right, Doris. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, there aren't many guys like him, players who can accelerate to the rim and finish with a flourish more often than not.
Number 1. No good from outside. The Heat have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And Wade slams it in.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Back to Jordan. Will it go? That's good. Jordan's got 9 points.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
To the inside. Here's Wade. Count the bucket.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate. Good solid defense on the perimeter there. Challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense.
Great job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
The Heat shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
Gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Murray. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
Makes the lead pass. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That that is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Heat.
You got to like the consistency they're showing with that mid-range shot.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pass to Little General. Tries a three. That is good. Little General's got 5 now. Here's LeBron.
Well, LeBron is far enough along now in his career where you can start to project some of his career stats, and they're staggering. I mean, he could end up the first player ever to end up with 30,000 points, 10,000 assists, and 10,000 rebounds. I mean, that's remarkable.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat. And both free throws good for LeBron. Gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. From deep, Jordan, and good on the basket. Cooking. 12 points for him. And when you talk about LeBron's ability to pile up stats, whether it's scoring, a rebound, or passing, Clark, he can do it all.
He really can. He's dominant in every facet of the game, and you love his durability and his stamina. He is a stat sheet stuffer supreme, and that's the highest level of stat sheet stuffing you can have, and he's at the pinnacle of the peak.
Well said. There's the pass to Little General. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Here's Big Red. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
I'll tell you what I love about him, his ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him. He continues to finish at the basket.
And he's very much a student of the game in terms of getting to know the tendencies of whichever player he's guarding on any given night and then gearing his defensive game plan to do what he needs to do to stop him.
LeBron drives in. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. LeBron's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Gentlemen, when you look at the Heat finding the right pieces to build a championship, Shane Battier has been one of those important pieces. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, from a basketball IQ standpoint, Shane was a perfect match for LeBron. I've never coached two players with such high-level basketball IQ. And gentlemen, the Heat have been able to find all the right pieces to build a championship. And Shane Battier has been one of those important pieces.
Certainly a cerebral approach to the game. Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Cole. Pass to LeBron. Feeds to Haslem. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And the shot is good.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
Number 6.
55 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Cole. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Cole's got 6 points.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
And here's Jordan outside. Gets it to go.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
There's Allen. That's good on the assist from Cole. Allen's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
And here's Jordan outside. Good.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
And Cole kicks to Allen. They get a hand on it. And here's Jordan outside. Buried it just in the nick of time.
He sure did. Right on cue. Man, was that major drama. He loves those situations, though.
Boy, that was big time. Knew exactly how much time he had left, squared up, and let it fly.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. The home team up by 1. And coming up now, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll return with the start of the third quarter in just a while.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
I hope your weekend's off to a great start this Saturday night. Thanks so much for tuning in. Plenty of hustle from the home team. And from outside, you couldn't shoot it much better than this. They are scorching hot from beyond the arc. Michael Jordan just having his way against Miami. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And it was a good first half as well for the Heat. They're scoring effortlessly. The defense has been completely overmatched. LeBron playing well in the first half. He's picked up half a dozen points and is also sharing the ball, picking up assists as well. And that's it for us here in the studio. Time to send it on back out to Kevin Harlan and the gang for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Here's the 3, and that one's good. Jordan's got 27.
12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Kevin, thank you. There was a lot of thought about how the Heat could improve after they lost to the Mavs in the 2011 NBA Finals. Many called for a veteran point guard, but the team felt comfortable with who they had. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, "We felt we had one of the younger point guard tandems in the league that we can build on and offer us championship minutes right now." They grew into that role and were a big part of their back-to-back titles. Spoelstra says they earned it with their hard work, and he couldn't be happier, guys.
Thank you, Doris.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now a timeout called by Miami. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
And the Heat making a change here. Battier's checked in. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. Wade. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Well, for LeBron James, guys, the stats say it all. He's always a beast. But when you play him at the power forward position, his numbers take on a whole nother level of excellence.
And Chris Bosh with the slam.
The lead changes hands once again. There has been no separation between these two teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure.
And here's Jordan outside. Number 1. Bangs home the trifecta. And Clark, you mentioned LeBron playing at the 4 being a tough matchup for teams Steve, why is that?
Well, we've seen the same thing with Carmelo Anthony, a guy who's playing at the floor, who has great size and strength, but also ball handling ability that compromises the defense, particularly when you put shooters around him.
Wade, guarded by Jordan. Wade passes to Battier. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Battier's got his first 3 points of the game. Clark and Steve, neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
That's all building towards what could be a great finish. This will be fun to watch.
That is good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts. I like that. Attack and create the contact.
Very nearly had an and one opportunity there. Good aggressive move.
The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Number 2. And it's blocked by Battier. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Chalmers dishes to Battier. No good on the 3. Put off in time. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And they're getting so much penetration on the defense that they're getting a lot of easy buckets as a result of breaking down that defense. Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kev, Jim O'Brien was just going over the game plan with his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
That's good.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
And 3 from Jordan. Gets it to go. Jordan's got 32 points.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
He dishes it to LeBron. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And the Heat lead by 6.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
Well, they're finding the holes in the defense, Clark, and they're exploiting them.
From deep, Jordan. That one goes. Covered. Jordan's got 35.
Third three in a row right there.
Adjustment time for the defense, guys.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Wade kicks to Bosh. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
As they grab one there, I was going to make the point that they just haven't done enough in terms of rebounding the ball.
I agree. The shot's good from Jordan.
When you're hot, you're hot. This is unbelievable.
He'd have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Wade gets a screen from Bosh. Wade passes to Bosh. Back to Wade. From 17 feet out. Tries again, and it's good on the layup. Wade's got 10 points in just the second half.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
The dive for the ball. And so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Shane Battier. From deep, Jordan. It's rebounded by Bosh. The Heat with the lead. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And 12 points for LeBron.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
There's a minute left in the game. .56 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Wade, right side. Shot on the wing. Connects.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And three from Jordan. Buries it. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Well, Jordan has been fantastic.
The drive by LeBron. Yes!
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him.
Jordan against Wade. Count it!
That is a clutch shot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, very gutsy there. What more can you say? He got it done at the best time.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. D-Wade on the wing. Money!
That bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop can seal the deal.
Guys, what do you think?
No need to rush things, although I think you do want to get a shot off in time to the point where if you miss it, you got a shot at an offensive rebound.
Well, if you got a play in your quiver that gets you a good shot, one you've been saving all game, now's the time to use it.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep, Jordan. Bullseye!
The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
Here's Wade. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot, no good. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Michael Jordan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. It's a Saturday presentation of the NBA. It's the away team going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now let's get out to Los Angeles to listen to Kevin Harlan with today's broadcast.
Coming to you live on 2K. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And for Los Angeles. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And for the Lakers, Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. And holding down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous 7-footer, Chris Freeman. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Gasol, and at the power forward. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Kobe. And the Lakers with possession here. So timeout called here. The first.
Welcome to 2K Sports in the NBA. I'm your host, Damon Bruce. It's the NBA served to you weekend style. It's the away team going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And with the game about to get underway, let's...
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sport. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And for Los Angeles, Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. And down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous 7-footer, Chris Kaman. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Gasol right at the 4 slot. Number 10. Rebound the Lakers.
And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
Well, Kevin, he's got such a great focus as a shooter. He's a very frustrating player to guard because unless you actually block his shot, you are not going to get in his head and affect him.
And, Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
And that one's good by Kobe. And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired, and that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it. Boy, nice bucket. They're really playing intelligently here.
And even though the lead's not large, they've definitely got the upper hand.
The drive by Jordan, and the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a 3-point play. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Kobe.
You know, it seems to me Nick Young is the perfect guy to have coming off the bench because he's a volume shooter and scorer who can get hot in a hurry. But I think his best role is to play him kind of in a Jamal Crawford type role.
Going back to Nick Young, Clark, mostly a scorer.
He sure is, Kevin, an athletic 6'7" wing. I don't think there's any reason.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce, and it's time for a little NBA basketball. It's the NBA served to you weekend style. It's the away team going up against the home team. And that's it for us in the studio. To call all the action, let's go out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'll see you again at halftime.
And the players getting themselves into game mode with the tip-off just moments away. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Doris Burke will be along, too, from the sideline. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And for the home team, number 53, guarded by Jordan. Oh, look out!
Wow. Now that is rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some style points too, Kevin.
Clark, he deserves them. No simple finish there with the high-altitude windmill slam.
Yes, making a statement.
Now here's Jordan. Misses the three. To the middle. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I caught up with Coach Jim O'Brien. He said his team is going to try to limit the amount of second chance points they give up. I asked if he had anything specific in mind, and he told me it has to be a team effort in this one. Everyone has to box out, from the guards to the big fellas. Gentlemen?
Great, Doris. Thank you.
It's not necessarily an overlooked part of the game, but rebounding can affect everything else you do.
Pass to Murray. The feed now to Jordan to end the run, and that one's good. Jordan's got himself on the board with three there. 1:49 left in the first. Releases, gets to the corner and buries it.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively they look great.
And so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession. Poked away. And here we go. It's rebounded by Murray. Gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Fires for three. Michael Jordan again. Jordan's got 6.
He's one of the guys they don't mind taking the three in transition when he's that open. He's lethal out there.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Number 53. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
Yeah, but you don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up, though, either.
And 3 from Jordan. It's blocked.
The poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Number 41. No good. Gone 2 of 6 from the field. Lets the three fly. And it ends up out of bounds. Here in the first, just entered. Two and a half minutes played so far. Number 53 sinks the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
And there's the pass to Little General. Puts up a three. Cannot hit. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The away team. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Number 41. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
And as rebounders go, guys, he is amazingly active on the boards, relentless. And it serves two purposes. One, I mean, it gets him a lot of rebounds, of course, but two, it takes a lot of toll on the opposition. He'll wear you down.
And you know, at the end of the day, Steve, you just have to respect his overall defensive acumen. I mean, it's not just one thing he does well at that end. He knows how to guard from A to Z. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the front.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Clark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure. He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
From past the arc, and that is good. 5 points in the game.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And here's Jordan outside. Jordan can't get that one to fall.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
1:44 left here in the second. Lots of room. They get it back. The second chance effort. Number 53 drops in the layup for two.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
The visitors with the ball. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. That one goes. Count it. 7 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
How about the job they're doing drawing contact and giving themselves opportunities for free points at the line?
My kind of basketball, Steve. No frills, straight ahead, physical play.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
44 seconds left to play here in the half. From deep. And that one's good. He's got 16.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Number 1. That one's off. Still out of sync. Gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter.
Defensive foul. 0. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Second free throw, no good. Now Jordan, he's got 8. The 3 gets it to go. Jordan's got 11 points. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. number 41. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The away team delivering the blowout. Well, folks, stay tuned for the halftime show at Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Saturday,
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Being a disastrous 25% from the field so far. Outside, Jordan fires from deep, and that one's good. 14 points for him.
I don't know of too many other players, Kevin, who have his level of concentration offensively. He just seems to have that singular focus you need as a shooter that, even if a defender's all over you, you still just lock in and let it go.
And he's also one of those guys who just seems to be able to take it up a few notches when there's a game to be won late in the fourth quarter. In other words, he's at his best at winning time.
Number 65. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Michael Jordan on the wing. From the arc, and the shot is good. Jordan's got 8 here in the quarter.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
1:52 left here in the third quarter. Number 41 gets it to go.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
Gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Michael Jordan on the wing. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Jordan's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Number 65. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. He's got 11.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense, and that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead. Yeah, the defender draped all over it.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And he's good on the second. Gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Wasted no time on that one. 23 points for Michael.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Number 53 gets it to go.
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And Steve, he knows how to get himself on the highlight reel with some of those dunks, but it's not just for show with him. It's an injection of energy for his team and for the crowd.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Come on, MJ!
Outside Jordan, the 3. There's the block. And here's the fast break. Number 65. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. That free throw missing. so he can't get either to fall. Gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Blocked.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Number 53, using his post move to get the 2 points. 20 points for him.
Oh, man, they are just putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively, it has all been working for him today.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6.
Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they got it on autopilot and they look totally dejected.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
Steve, I know you love great teamwork.
Yeah, so much fun to watch when the ball is moving. There's kind of a rhythm to the game that just happens. The ball moves almost on its own, Kevin. It's fun to watch.
And 3 from Jordan gets the bucket. Jordan's got 15 points in just the second half.
That's his 6th three-pointer of the game, 3 in each half. Well, they're not going to get back into this game when they commit frustration fouls like that one.
How about exasperation fouls? I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It's an indication of the kind of game they've been having.
Number 53. Number 41. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
From deep, Jordan, count that one. Jordan's got 29 in the game.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
.143 left to play here in the fourth. Knocked loose, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. .136 left to play in the final quarter. Three-pointer, and it's rejected. Inside, cuts off the pass. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jordan's got 8 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
And the basket good.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Lets it go with a 3. That's good. Jordan's got 34.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
That's tipped. They turn it over.
Yeah, he couldn't hang on to it. You got to be ready for the pass, ready to catch it.
Here's Murray. Pass to Bird. Here's the three. They grab their own miss. The tray. Oh, that's blocked. But they recover it. This one for three. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Johnson. That's good.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
The dish to Bird. From downtown. That's good.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Michael Jordan. He's checked in for Bird. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
"20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Knocks it loose. Pass to Little General. Murray, the pass to Jordan. Puts up a three. Gets it to go.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little too late.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
That about does it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for watching. Now, here is our Jordan Player of the Game. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. First, for the Heat, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4. And for the home team, number 65. That's good.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively. You know, no denying it's been a heck of a run the last few years for the Heat, but you can't help but wonder if the impending 2014 summer of free agency could be the end of it all. The big three came together in a flash of lightning, it seemed, but it could end just as fast if one or all decide to opt out.
And that one's good. Haslam with it. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to speak with Eric Spoelstra for a moment. When we talked about what they'll try to do on defense, he told me they're going to have to do everything they can to neutralize their opponent's high flyers, saying, quote, "We can't play above the rim like these guys, so we'll have to do our best to keep them away from the hoop." Gentlemen, easier said than done.
Thanks again, Doris. And Clark, as you were saying, the trio of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all have options in their contracts to become free agents in 2014 if they choose to. And, Steve, you have to think that at least one or two of them might exercise that right.
Well, you know LeBron will, because he's the most underpaid athlete probably in the history of sports. He's worth 10 times what he makes. But it's going to be interesting to see what Miami does here the next couple of years with their roster. Great look, disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
LeBron, that's a two-pointer. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. LeBron's got 6.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it. Much has been made about the show LeBron puts out during games, but he also puts on a spectacle in his pregame routine. Last season, he and others started pulling out all the stops and dunking in the pregame warm-up in an effort to break a sweat.
Now here is Haslam. Bosh gets to Chalmers. Good ball movement here by Miami. Gets it to go. 8 points for LeBron.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And Clark, you mentioned the pregame dunks for LeBron, a devastating finisher. Some have asked why he's never competed in the All-Star Slam Dunk competition. In fact, I say that every Saturday night I'm sitting on that microphone. Why isn't LeBron in this competition?
Wouldn't it be nice? In fact, I think, didn't Magic Johnson even put up a $1 million incentive for him to compete? Yeah, it would be incredible to see him. I don't know. I think it's become almost a chore for players these days to enter, but it would be fantastic to see him out there.
Now, here's Anderson. And here's the break. Number 53. Number 65. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. LeBron, no luck. One-on-one fast. Oh, look out.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Battier outside. LeBron James on the wing. 3 seconds left. That is good. LeBron's got 10 points in the game.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammates. Terrific pass.
A good close contest so far as we've. And so far it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
And it's rejected. Number 48. And he makes good on the layup.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
A nice shot by LeBron. LeBron's got 12 in the game.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
You know, every great player needs someone to push them to be better. LeBron said last year that, that's what Kevin Durant does with him. And I think he works as hard as he does, knowing that Durant is coming to try to take his spot as the best player in the league.
There's the bucket. Good.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
A different look for Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Wade comes in for LeBron. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. And going back to LeBron for the time being, he's solidified Clark is standing, I think everyone would agree, as the best player in the NBA.
Well, how about 4 league MVP trophies to his credit? One of only 5 players in league history to win that many. One of only a few players to be both MVP of the league and MVP of the finals in the same year.
Wow.
So, enough said.
0-0. Drills the three-pointer.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
The Heat trail by 5. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, LeBron James, a career 33% shooter from long range, had never shot over 36% from long range until last year, when he shot over 40% from deep. He said over the summer working out, he'd punish himself for missed threes by running wind sprints. And with the Heat, he challenged Ray Allen to three-point contest, with the loser doing push-ups. James said he lost more than he won, but as much as he hates to lose, that competition drove him to improve. Kevin?
You know, you hear it all the time, Doris. Lead by example. He's a hard act to follow with his work ethic. 104 left here in the second. Number 53. Shot is off. And the Heat going the other way now. From downtown, the offensive rebound. Here's Bosh. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Bosh has got 5 points so far.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And the basket good.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Near the three-point line, it's Wade. Wade missing again. Gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From deep LeBron. The shot is off.
Not sure why he's insisting on shooting from out there. It's just not working for him right now.
0-0. And Allen with the block. Now LeBron. From the top of the key, he buries it. LeBron's got 16 points. And we're through 2 here and a good one. The home.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Well, it's halftime on 2K.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Number 65. And he drops him a layup off the glass. 11 points in the game.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Lets it go. Wade gets the bucket.
I don't know of too many other players, Kevin, who have his level of concentration offensively. He just seems to have that singular focus you need as a shooter that, even if a defender's all over you, you still just lock in and let it go.
Steve, it has to be said here that he operates the pick and roll to perfection. I mean, he delights in running unwitting defenders or blindside picking guys so that he can end up rolling into a basket.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Number 48. Number 41. Chris Bosh with the rebound.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game. Well, coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it, but Chris Bosh readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, head coach Erik Spoelstra of the Miami Heat finally getting the respect he deserves now with their multiple championships. But his players, not afraid to rib him a little. Dwayne Wade said Spoelstra's favorite word, focus. He said, here's what it sounds like to play for my coach. Come on, guys, we have to focus. Next game. Come on, guys, it's about focus. Game 82. Guys, it's about focus. Kevin, it's all about that consistent message, right?
A steady hand, Doris. The players seem to really appreciate him. 1:39 left to play in the third. Number 65. Danny battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
His shooting has been good, but overall, I think his output has been somewhat limited. The defense really keeping him from getting the number of shots he'd like.
He'd have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. To go back to what Bosh said, I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosh did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosh's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels, and I think it's impressive that they fought back to the finals once more because that shows they eventually did recapture that fire.
Number 65. And it's Miami with the rebound. LeBron gets the screen from Haslam. And it's LeBron missing.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
He can fly, Danny. He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. His three-pointers off the mark.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open. How about the passing there? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Count that one.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Hitting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Now here's LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. That's 28 points for LeBron. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
And they can't afford to let it get any slimmer than what it is now, guys.
And there's the call on Bosh. That is his first foul of the game. stolen by Wade. In transition, here comes Miami. LeBron's shot is good. LeBron's got 30 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
And the shot is good.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
They sure are. You got to come up with something. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. With the game still up for grabs, he simply told us, guys, we're right there. Stay focused, execute, and get it done. Kevin, let's see how it plays out.
Miami trailing. And it's good. One through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Free throw good, LeBron.
He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you said it. Two hands and hammer it down.
And that one's good.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
0-0. Defended by Chalmers. Number 53. Gets a very good look and converts. And the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot, and they're just about dancing in the aisles now.
What an eruption in this building.
Count the bucket.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. 0-0. Buries it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
From deep LeBron, it's money from deep.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. And just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days. They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Yeah, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
Off target with the open look. Now, here's Chalmers. Count it!
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
And so it's Miami winning this one. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, LeBron James.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce, and it's time for a little NBA basketball. Saturday in the NBA. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the home team. And that's it for us in the studio. To call all the action, let's go out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'll see you again at halftime.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. First for the Heat, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslem in at the 4. And for the home team,
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
pass to Jordan. From 18 feet away. Can't hit. And the Heat going the other way now. LeBron outside. Connects from three-point range. LeBron's got the first points up on the board here for Miami. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
He dishes it to Jordan, and they double up Jordan. 0. He's covered by Bosch. Rebound by the Heat. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And that's now 7 points for LeBron.
Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways, Udonis Haslem, born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat, and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader. That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
From deep LeBron, and yes, sir, that one drops. LeBron's got 10.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And back to Haslam. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence, took them all the way to the NCAA championship team, playing at center of all positions.
But was really heavy back then at Florida. He had to lose a lot of weight before he was ready to play in the NBA. Went to Europe to play first. He's been the heart and soul of the Heat organization ever since.
His shot is looking really good here in the first.
Sure is, Clark, and he's nailing everything. 5 for 5 already.
Number 10 finds himself wide open and drills it. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. From deep three-point range. Stolen. Now the pass to Jordan. Stolen by Wade. Now Haslam inside. LeBron. And it's Miami with another.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Jordan. Tries to keep it alive. 0. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. .11 seconds left to play here in the first. And here's LeBron outside. Offensive rebound. Up in time. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Heat lead by... And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Miami.
They've set the first half tone by really getting out in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, it's hard to doubt that LeBron James, after 2 straight titles and 4 MVPs in the last 5 years, seems to be at the top of his game. LeBron candidly said, quote, "I'm at my highest peak. I don't know if I can continue to improve," but he certainly remains motivated, saying, quote, "At the end of the day, I have a goal to be the best of all time, and I'm going to put that pressure on myself." And Kevin, if he can just stay at this level for a long period of time, he may get there.
I like his chances. Thanks.
Tell you what, LeBron can absolutely soar in for the finish. I remember last year, the alley-oop in the conference finals against Indiana just almost put his head on the rim.
Air freight is a nickname we could dub LeBron James. I mean, he's an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Defensively, the strength, length, mobility. He can wall you up and lock you down and put you away.
And Norris Cole is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Number 6, defended by Anderson. LeBron outside, fires from deep. Offensive rebound, Heat. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. LeBron's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to need some help there defensively. That matchup is going to be a tough one to deal with.
You know, it's always fun to play the hypothetical game with players. One with LeBron is just how good is he? Like, would he be able to go deep in March Madness playing with a good high school team? That might not be as ridiculous as you think.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
The Heat leading by 10. And Clark, you talked about LeBron and the college level. He looks like he's playing against college players, you know, Steve, with his strength and his size.
Well, he can do everything. No matter what you ask of him on the floor, he can do it. He can play point guard, he can play power forward, and defensively, I mean, how about last year during the playoffs? 1 minute he's guarding David West. In the next series, he's guarding Tony Parker. So the versatility is just incredible.
Off the charts, you're right. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Little General. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
You know, Shane Battier was such a great addition for this Heat team. Really a coach on the floor. And since they added him to the mix, guys, guess what? 2 straight championships.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Passes it to Little General. Number 9. And Allen with the block. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. There's 48 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Little General. Clock at 4. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Little General's got 6. And Steve, you look at Shane Battier, his ability to cross-match and guard fours down low is one of the keys that enabled the Heat to go small, especially 2 years ago when they were in the finals.
Yeah, and in the regular season last year, it was very successful for Miami. That's why they shot those threes so well, because they had the floor spread. But Battier always willing to take on that challenge physically. The question, though, is when you go against a guy like David West or even Carlos Boozer, it gets tougher. And so in the playoffs, Miami has had to maybe go small a little bit less often.
He's a winner, though, isn't he?
No question.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Heat leading by 7. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The 3 from LeBron. Shot's good. LeBron's got 29.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Feeds it to Jordan. Shoots from the baseline. Gets it to go.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
From deep LeBron. They get the rebound. And the first half is now in the books. It's the Heat up by 8. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights.
Now, presented by Sprint.
NBA basketball on a Saturday night. Oh, the perfect weekend activity, family friendly, and a whole bunch of fun. Let's check out the action. The Heat taking care of business. Offensively, they've been in a zone. A lot of great team play, providing looks from all over the floor. LeBron James is having himself a big-time performance. Consistent shooting from the field, making well over 65% of his shots. Not a lot of guys put up a half a basketball like that. And the home club still hanging in there. Excellent bench production. The second string coming in, knocking down the shots. Some great work out there by Little General. And what a game from Michael Jordan as well. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, take it away.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He has 29 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently, try to get into his airspace.
Really not hard to argue that Ray Allen is one of the greatest shooters of all time, but with his ability to stay healthy and still contribute, how much longer can he play? I mean, that shot isn't going away. Anytime soon, fellas.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
There's the triple. LeBron James again from deep. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
You talk about the longevity of Ray Allen. He's had some ankle and foot injuries over his career, but his conditioning, Steve, has never been a question.
Never. And his style of play, where he runs defenders around, coming off screens, demands that kind of fitness. Both from him and, of course, whoever's guarding him as well.
Wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Kicks it to Jordan, and Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Jordan, lets the three fly, and it's Wade with the rebound.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
And that one's good. And it's 37 points for LeBron.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Shane Battier is checked in for the Heat. Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Lets it go with the 3. And that one's good. He has 6.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
The 3 from LeBron. Good on the shot.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
1:12 left to play in the third. Jordan, the pass to Big Red. He's up against Bosch. Here's Big Red. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
I think he's been kind of passive today. And, maybe that one will get him going. I think for them to be successful, he needs to be the one to do the bulk of the scoring.
Gets the bucket.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing him. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
He feeds it to Jordan. Nice shot from the wing. Jordan's got 6 points.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
And again, it's LeBron with the 3.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Fires for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Defensive foul. Michael Jordan. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And the Heat making a change here. And so Jordan nails both of them.
And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency with him. Same routine, same stroke.
LeBron outside. Wade dishes to Haslam. Fires the 3. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Miami.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they've had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
The Heat leading by 14. Wade gets to Chalmers. Dishes it to LeBron. And he gets it to go from the corner. LeBron's got 54 points.
He is just eating this team alive with his offense. It's been a matchup nightmare.
Jordan. Wade is covering. And there's the call on James. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And that's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. A 3 off the inbound. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosch has got his 3rd rebound on the night. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Chalmers. 57 points for LeBron.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
We've got 1:48 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Chalmers with it. And stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way.
Jordan with a good game. He has 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively, and he's helped his club.
The first one falls. And he makes both free throws.
Some great free throw shooting so far in this second half.
I think they should keep trying to initiate contact and get back to the line until they start missing from there. But as it is, they're perfect so far, so keep it up.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
And a new group in for the Heat. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. And the pass to Big Red. It's stolen by Wade. But they get it back. From deep. Shot is off.
Not sure about that one, guys. That was really deep, especially for him. He's not a great shooter from out there.
Not sure what he was thinking about there.
And the shot is good. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're in front by 16. 1:07 left in the game. And the Heat making a change here. James is checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Launches a 3. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Murray. Gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Miami's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Got that one up quick. 62 points for LeBron.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here and really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
Here's Murray. The shot no good. And Miami the other way now. LeBron outside. 3-pointer. Gets the bucket. And the Heat lead by 21.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Now Bird. Passes it to Big Red. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
The 3 from LeBron. And again, Miami with the triple.
and tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And, Steve, they did it in style, a beatdown the entire way.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, LeBron James.